So, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the. What are we calling it now?
I forgot.
I wasn't involved in this.
Yeah, we changed our name. It's no longer the Red Eye Gamers podcast because I guess we kind of felt like that shit was kind of lame, and maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But we did a vote, and so now we are going to be known as the Side Quests podcast. I like it. Nugget won. I lost.
We didn't get 50 votes, but
you know what? And you should have strived for those 50 votes, but it kind of made you a whore, so don't be that guy. Anyway, this is a podcast where we talk about video games, streaming, live streaming, and nerd shit. So, yeah. And here's one of your hosts, Sasquatch Nugget.
hey, it's me, Sasquatch Nugget. How are you guys doing today? So first off, we're going to get into a little bit of something. You can find me everywhere at whatever you want to. I mean, George.com, Seymour.com. I'm all kinds of these websites I'm involved in. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me at Twitter. What else do we do? Instagram. I take a picture about once every 3 years. So if you want to see it and be the lucky one to see it, you can follow me there, Sasquatch Nugget. Twitch. Find me there when I do. Sometimes I don't do it at all. But again, if I'm not, then you'll find Westman. We're also we got a friend with us tonight, a special guest, and you will refer to him as Swooey. Swoos.
Oink, oink, oink,
Spider.
oink, oink.
Spider, and then you will also get me to call him Blood Thrasher. So if you hear any of those names, you know who we're referring to.
Referring to me
What?
over here. Sue Spider, it's what I go by. I stream sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Most times I don't. I need to, but I don't. Here to hang out and talk about a little bit of everything. And guess I'll just toss it back to our main man, Westman.
Main man. Wow. All right. I'm Wes. Westman Y2K is my Xbox Live gamer tag, my PSN handle. Dong. What was that? Westman Y2K is my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. It's me across the board. I got that shit on lockdown. So reach out and touch someone. All right. So now's the time of the show in which we cover what we've done in the last week. In this case, the last 2 weeks, because we took 4th of July off. What we've been doing, what we've been playing, any good restaurants we went to, maybe good food we had, movies we watched, TV shows, shit like that. So to get things started, why don't we let the guest of the hour, Mr. Sue Spider himself, tell us, what did you do this last 2 weeks? What you been playing? What you been watching on TV?
Let's see. My number one playing. I've been playing a lot of Nio. I was on the Steam sale a couple weeks ago.
Now that's NIOH.
NIOH. I think there's an apostrophe there on the cover, but if you type it into something to find it, there's no apostrophe.
I always get it confused with the other one, the NIER.
However you would say that. Nero, something like that. Not the same game, but I think they're both worth playing from what I understand. Nio's been a blast, pretty difficult. I've been stuck on the same boss fight for probably about 3 or 4 total hours at this point, actually playing. Just know how to beat him. He keeps whipping out new moves. It's a little frustrating, but
It made me cringe the other day when I was watching you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
but I mean, it's good. So I do. What else? I've been dabbling a little bit in Crash Bandicoot since that got re-released. I picked it up on the Switch. It is harder than you would think, actually. Just got to jump over things. That's all you have to do, and it seems damn near impossible.
Like one of those run simulators?
Yeah, I just don't understand why it's as hard as it is, but I'm constantly missing and landing on things I shouldn't be and getting hit in the face by things just walking around.
Dicks. Can you go back a second and talk more about Nio?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know anything about that game, so tell us about it.
It has the Soulsborne feel to it. So you run through these levels, so it's cool. Unlike the actual Dark Souls games, all the levels are instance based, and I enjoy that a lot. So you pick from a campaign map which mission you're gonna do, and then it locks you into that area, so it's not as open worldy. It's a little bit more linear feeling than it does in the other ones, which is nice for me. It's a bit of a loot fest. Monsters are always dropping new gear for you to equip, which is kind of cool, kind of bad. It kind of slows the game down after the missions because you have to deal with the tons and tons of loot you get. But the base of it is you go in there, you fight big ass monsters and kill them and get their souls and use those souls to level your character up. If you die, you lose your souls unless you get back to your body, and you can get them back. You die twice in a row, they're gone forever. So punishes you a little bit for making dumb mistakes.
That's okay though, because you know what's coming usually after the first time, right?
That's the idea. And sometimes maybe you run into a boss fight because you know what's coming and you feel like you're going to be a badass and you forget to pick your body up, and then you lose like 70,000 souls, which is like 4 levels. But what are you holding up there? What is that?
Nugget was asking what the hell I was drinking last night. Show him. Sorry. Continue. Private sidebar.
Maybe happened to me. Lost a lot of souls. Was kind of bummed out. But yeah, it's a good game. It plays really well. It feels really tight. The controls are nice. It's got a really interesting combo system that I'm not really used to. Only 2 buttons attack, but as you level up, you gain points to put into different trees for different weapon styles. And the combos come into switching between your high, mid, and low stances at the end of your attacks by holding just an extra Y. So you combo from a high stance into a low stance and then back into a high stance by using the buttons together.
Like a modifier.
Yeah, it's very much so like a modifier. It's got a stamina system, so you can't just swing endlessly. And it has almost, the Gears of War active reload kind of thing, where you wait for the bar to hit the middle, you hit it, you get a bonus. In this, you can recover more stamina than you've spent if you time a right bumper click correctly after you're done with a series of attacks. It seems simple at first, but it's not. It adds a huge element of difficulty to the game because you're kind of gimped if you don't. So
that would be me. I'd be gimped.
Oh, it took me forever. Probably took me 5 hours before I even started to nail it here and there. And it actually becomes a little important. There's these pools that get placed down from the demons that you fight that sap your stamina, and the only way to clear them is to successfully nail a good stamina recovery while you're standing inside of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It is set in the 1600s, I believe, in Japan.
Oh, samurai shit.
Samurai shit, exactly. Okay. And that's the feel you have. And there's 2 warring factions fighting for control over Japan after, I think, an emperor died or something along those lines. And you end up pairing up with one of the factions, and I haven't gotten that far into it, because you rush over from England to Japan because this super evil looking guy, like, wears dark robes, has weird tattoos all over him, pretty pale, steals this little creature you have in an amulet that you don't really know anything about, and he steals it and takes it and runs off to Japan, and you're like, hey, give me my fucking shit back, and you take off over there, and that's where you are.
Back.
I will say there's a bit of a funny part. So you beat the first actual mission, and this ninja comes up to you, and your name's William, and I'm
Classic
still
Japanese name.
Still not. Oh, you play a white guy. You're a pirate, actually. You make it there, and this ninja comes up to you, and you introduce yourself. Hi, I'm William, and I'm not entirely sure why they kept this in the game, but the guy looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello, Ririum," and exactly. I thought that was hilarious, and the game actually goes back a couple missions later, and you get a note from one of the other guys you talk to, and they're like, "Listen, we like you, man." I'm gonna paraphrase, but it's hard for us to say your name, so we're just gonna call you the Anjin, and then that's what you are from then on. No one refers to you as Aurorium anymore. I understand they're kind of shooting for historical accuracy probably with that a little bit, but it really cracked me up, and I feel like I'm 5 years old because of it. But
yeah, sometimes you got to go back to your youth.
Exactly.
Rah, 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 rah. Wow.
All right, so Crash Bandicoot. What else? I know that
A
was,
little bit of Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Old school.
Yeah,
like
Donkey
old,
Kong.
like original Donkey Kong.
Similar to the Switch re-released one that was on the Wii, I believe. Donkey Kong Ice Country or some shit. I don't know the exact title. It escapes me, and it's too far away to reach where I'm
Donkey
sitting.
Kong has far too many countries.
Tropical Freeze. There it is. Donkey Kong
Freeze.
Tropical Freeze. I think that was released on the Wii, and they re-released it on the Switch, and it seems pretty all right. I haven't played a ton of it, but enough that it's Donkey Kong. Side-scrolling and all that kind of stuff. Minecart levels, all that jazz.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think I've really touched any other games in the last couple weeks.
PUBG.
I don't think I played any PUBG. I'm kind of burned out on that.
Really?
Yeah. I've been playing more Overwatch, if anything. I think I probably played some Overwatch. That's a given. I don't go a week without playing Overwatch anymore, at least a little bit.
Well, then you can probably provide some insight as to how the seasons work there. Don't they have a season system as well?
They do have a ranked season. It's open for an X amount of days. I really don't know. I think it's close to 45 days, I think. And then they close out their season. It's down for a couple days. They open up the next one. You play competitive play. You get placed in a bracket, and you try to climb, just like most of the other games that have ranked seasons. I'm not a huge fan of the competitive in Overwatch. It's a little too serious for me, and it's mostly just the culture of the people that play it. They're kind of dicks most of the time.
For such a cartoony game.
For such a cartoony game, it's pretty vicious in there. So I just play quick play.
Do they have like a paid season pass, or they just...
there is for watching it, I believe. If you watch the actual Overwatch League, and the only reason I know this is because I was just flipping through the Twitch Prime stuff, and there's an all-access pass through Twitch for the Overwatch League. I don't know. I'm sitting here. Why not learn more?
Blizzard is monetizing their stream.
Become a pass holder and instantly unlock Overwatch League in-game skins for 15 heroes. So that is what they did. It's you get these skins for the teams that compete.
Oh, okay.
So they went through, and there was a huge, when the game first came out and they tried to do competitive, it was really hard to follow what was happening. Because it's kind of new to make a competitive viewership for a really fast-paced first-person game like this, where there's so much going on. Like Counter-Strike can get away with it because it's not as intense, but with this, there's so much going on the screen at once. And then you have people using whatever skins they want to, so characters kind of look like each other and don't look like they belong on a team. So they revamped it in one of the recent seasons, and each team has colors specifically for them for every character in the game. That way, so you can just follow the teams a little bit better. And I think this unlocks those skins for the teams for you to use in your normal play.
Right. So when they give the skins for that, I guess it helps to identify the teams. Like
exactly, it makes it easier to follow what's going on. When
I very rarely watch Overwatch. I don't know who's on whose team because everybody just looks so freaking different. So.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to follow.
Ooh. What else you got?
I rewatched Annihilation yesterday, the Natalie Portman sci-fi movie. I watched it one time in the theater, absolutely loved it. Sat down with my dad, watched it last night again. I picked up the Blu-ray, I actually got the Blu-ray for my birthday. Great movie. If you like movies that make you think and don't just spoon feed you what's going on, you should definitely sit down and watch that movie. The visuals are great, the acting's great, the story is really interesting. It's also based on a novel, which I haven't picked up and read yet, but I really think I'm going to after having just watched the movie again.
I felt like...
Is it where they go into the shimmering wall?
It is the one where they go into the shimmering
Yes, that
wall.
was a very good movie.
felt like when I saw the commercials for that, I haven't seen the movie, that it just looked like Natalie Portman was way out of her element there. I guess she wasn't. I guess she was good.
She did a really good job of it. Very well done.
A long way from having
Especially
babies in Walmart.
in the like, yeah, yeah, especially in like the I think good all the way up, and then in the end, when she finds something, the whole interaction between the two are very well done.
Yeah. Don't give spoilers here.
Hell
I have a lot of thoughts on the movie. The first time I saw it, I would say I just really enjoyed what the movie brought, and it left me with some questions. So the second watch that I did, I felt like I actually watched the movie, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And tried to figure out what was going on and more of that. And it turned out to be well worth it, I think. I have some theories, some ideas that make the movie go together a little bit more. And I'm actually excited to watch the movie for a third time because there's something else I want to pay attention to that I just didn't manage to while I was paying attention to everything else. So,
Gotcha. Nice.
I think that's about it. I don't really have
busy
else.
man.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't think I was that busy, but it really sounds like I have been.
Awesome.
When's the last time you used your movie pass?
Let's not talk about that.
That's not good.
We've been putting it off. My sister was away for a month, and two of the movies that I wanted to go see, I was waiting for her to go see with Jurassic Park and Incredibles 2. So now that she's back, we're going to get those in the lineup to go see.
Now, we had talked about this. I think you may have been listening that night, or not. But Lizzo, thanks for the host, man. Nugget brought it up. We were talking about this movie pass, and he was explaining kind of how it works, but neither of us were 100% sure. Would I explain that for everybody? Because that stoked my interest.
So it is a monthly fee, although when I bought it, I paid up front for a year. It was cheaper paying it all up front. You get a card, you get an app on your phone, you drive to the theater, pick the showing you want to see, go inside, swipe your card like a credit card, whether it's at a kiosk or with a person for the movie you said you wanted and picked, and they give you the ticket. You can see one movie a day, whatever it wants to be. They've actually just said they're going to open it up and possibly add in premium movies, I guess. So the option to go see 3D and IMAX with just the movie pass.
I don't see how. I'm already like blown away at the amount of money they lose. Now they're going to open that
How
up.
much is it monthly?
So, what does it end up being monthly?
If I was to sign up, it's $9.99 a month, is what they're telling me.
And you
I
can
think-
go every day.
Yeah.
Once a day. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Now, on some of the newer stuff, like I think you got grandfathered in.
I think I did.
But on the newer ones, it sounds like if it's a very new release, you can only you can't see it every day.
That might be true. Yeah. So you can only see the same movie once. They don't allow you to see the same movie multiple times anymore, which was something that was going on. They also just recently sent out an email talking about I can't think of the exact words they used. Basically, some theaters get set up to be hot zones, kind of, sort of. So if a movie has a lot of activity, like a lot of tickets getting bought for it, you can't get a ticket into that movie with your movie pass unless you pay a surcharge. So, it kind of gives me a bit of I'm not super cool with that.
Have you done that yet?
I haven't had to. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be in a market that is going to experience that, because they said some theaters and some markets might not have that. I think that might be for bigger cities. And maybe they were having a problem, the theaters themselves, with people with movie pass taking their actual ticket sales that way. So this is a way for movie pass to make more money, and I wonder if some of it goes to the theater as well.
So do you know at all then how much the surcharge would be?
$3.95.
Steep.
It is.
Considering the price of the pass monthly.
That's true, but if you look at it and say you go to see 10 movies in a month, that's
Right.
$1 a movie, and then you pay the surcharge on 2 or 3 of them. That's
still
not
bad.
That's still not bad. Like, you're already making out like a bandit as long as you see one movie a month at
I
$9.99.
think part of it is, if they can get people to go to the movies more often than they do, then so what they're paying less, it's better to have 50 people pay $2 for something than 20 people pay $4.
Right. I'm not sure if that math works out there, but I understand your sentiment.
Wait, hold on, 50? What did I say? 50 times 2? Yeah. Yeah, that's 100.
What if they get a cut of something from the theater?
Like the movie pass themselves?
Yeah, like 15% of your popcorn sales.
I don't know.
I think so. Movie Pass makes the deals with the theaters. They actually they reimburse the theaters for what you get. So like Movie Pass pays for your ticket out of their money. So I think if anything, it's more Movie Pass is trying to partner up and say they're driving.
They're hoping people aren't going to see tons of movies.
Right, so they definitely are going with people aren't supposed to go see tons of movies, and kind of the gym membership deal where tons of people buy gym memberships, but most people don't use them.
Right.
I think is what they're doing, and they have definitely reported some huge losses, but people keep investing in them, which is interesting.
And they say they have some plans from what I was reading, because I read the things, I think it was on Forbes, where they were like, I guess 2 years ago, they took like a $2 billion loss.
I think that was just this past year. Like that was what they reported for their first fiscal year of operating was a pretty huge loss, but they were still getting people on board as investors. I think the surcharge thing is trying to counteract that loss a little bit. But who knows?
And I'm more apt to get it now that it's on the $9.99 because I was worried you pay all that up front and then they were like, we lost all this money, see ya. And they walk away with everybody's money, which I guess isn't any money because they lost. So
yeah. But
on your end, you paid up the $100 if you only got to see 2 movies. You sort of lost out. But it looks like they're going to try to stick it out. And they said they have some more plans to make more money. So I know they partnered with iHeartRadio for about a month or 2. Where if you did the subscription, you got like 6 months of iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Yep, they definitely did do that. I mean, I'm not sure. I probably would never use iHeartRadio, especially in a premium setting. Like, I don't know what that affords me. No commercials, but I pay for Google Play Music anyway, so.
Yeah. Yep. That YouTube Red.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Did you watch that, Suicide Spider?
No.
So.
Are you talking the original Karate Kids?
Talking about the show.
No, Cobra Kai.
You have to watch. If you haven't seen the original, then you've got homework. But.
I've seen the original. I mean, many years ago, I couldn't give you a recounting of what happened in it, I guess. But
now you have other homework. You need to watch Cobra Kai.
I thoroughly.
There'll be a quiz next week. Back scratch time, guys. All right. So, anything else? That it?
Yeah, I think that's what I got for right now.
Sweet Nugget. There's some hefty shoes to fill, man.
He's gonna take my place. I'll just be the lackey. I'll just hang back.
I just play PUBG.
Yeah, I just play PUBG and chuckle at everybody else's comments. That's I'm like the what's that dude that holds up the sign like applaud? I'll just laugh at everybody's joke just to get other people laughing. Well, I played something other than PUBG, so
really
the barbarian.
Yes. So we have played some Conan. It's up my alley. It's Minecraft, 7 Days to Die. You build, you collect, you build some more, you fight stuff, and you make stuff, and that's about as far as I got. I built a little house. They have some stuff up in the corner. Everybody's look at my hands. I know you can't see them, but they're waving way up in the air. You have like little achievements that you can do, and as you knock those off, it'll replace it with another one. So that's how you build up your XP for making your character stronger, faster, because you still have to get your attributes up. So if you want to be a swordsman, you have to get that attribute up. If you want to be a bow slinger, you got to get that attribute up. If you want to run faster, harder, longer,
Stronger.
You gotta be stronger. You gotta build all that stuff up. So you gotta do those little, I don't know what you want to call them, missions to get your XP.
Aside from just leveling up those skills and I assume making you better at them, do you unlock anything else like perks or bonuses to whatever you decide to do?
Yes, like so I picked a religion for my character. You don't have to, but I picked one where things that I make health potions, they work better than somebody who doesn't have that skill. But you can work that up to where you can. So you start building these stronger potions, then next thing you know, it might pop up, build a shrine. Then you build a shrine, you can go there and do things. I haven't built one, so I can't speak on to what you do with these shrines, but you actually then go build a shrine to help out, I guess, your religion.
Oh, that's not fair. They can't put religion in games.
You know what they can put in this game, though? Titties. And penises. So if you are going to play this game on Twitch, I am giving you a warning right now. Do not hit the button that says like full or non, because I didn't know what that meant and I was twitching it and I hit it and there were titties on my stream.
Oh,
because my character is female and you can adjust the size of her boobs. And so I didn't go full big boobs, but we're probably 3/4 big boobs. And yep, she had big boobs.
It is. All right.
All right.
So, and I don't know if you can adjust wang if you're a man, you know, longer, shorter.
Can I level up my wang?
Let's class it up and call it endowment.
Yeah. So I don't know what goes on there in that, but we played. You can make up for stuff, I guess. You need a sledgehammer. You need a melee weapon.
A really big one.
Your sword just broke. You don't have enough iron. You know.
Polish that pork sword.
I'm swirling. I'm not. Oh no, that was supposed to be a circular motion.
So I didn't get a lot into it. So I can't really speak to a lot of what else you can do. But it looks like you have to go. You can get gold, it looks like, so you can maybe find a town or a city to spend stuff and buy stuff. So I know I was attacked by, Ninja Turtles, crocodiles, people. It was all kinds of fun. I spent a lot of time screaming and yelling and running away the other direction.
Can you be a Ninja Turtle?
No, I don't think so. But you watch them grow up. You find their eggs. Sometimes you find one walking around that's itty bitty, and then next thing you know, it's a big, massive Ninja Turtle chasing you down, trying to eat you. Also, well, PUBG's PUBG. We still have the rip-off of. I got a pair of sunglasses the other day, but it took me, 20 hours now of gameplay to get that XP unlocked, even though I already spent $10 to get this pass.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm just going to touch a little on it.
You don't sound too happy about it. Yeah,
I'm not, because now I've just realized.
Wait till you hear my point.
There's only 8 days left, and I'm not going to make it to a level 50 because I suck at PUBG.
No, you don't. The thing is, you don't.
But here's the thing, though. There's XP that you can get as you play, but it's a top off.
Okay, do we want to get into this now, or we want to wait?
No,
we can get into this now.
We're gonna buy. I'm just chewing on PUBG. I'm gonna skip over it now. We're leaving it.
All right.
So the other game, and I don't know if Spider, if you ever got to play it or not, but Iron Sight.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
I played about 2 hours of Iron Sight.
Thoughts?
So free to play, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'll ever have to buy a Call of Duty game again. I enjoyed it. I do. I liked it.
It was good.
I thought it was fun. I got to be mad and bitch about things that happen, just like I would in Call of Duty. But it's a workout for my keyboard and mouse skills. I didn't think I could move a keyboard and mouse that fast.
I wasn't a big fan, and I don't think it's because the game was bad. I think the game was actually pretty all right. It just brings me back to Call of Duty. I hate getting shot in the back. There's nothing in a game that pisses me off more than I'm running towards where I think the bad guys are because, well, that's where the bad guys were, and then a dude just steps out and shoots me in the back. I get extremely
Small map
frustrated by
problem
that.
or small spawn or bad spawn problem?
Both.
Yeah.
I think it's
agree.
a little bit of both. I understand that you can't lock people in a spawn because then spawn camping happens, but there just needs to be I don't know. It might just mean it's not a game for me.
Yeah, because that's always sort of my thing. I always like to run around the sides of the map, so sometimes I get in behind everybody. So that was like some of my bigger kill matches. Like I never would have thought in a million years playing a game like that on mouse and keyboard. Because again, I still call myself new to it because I only play 1 or 2 games on there, so I'm not using other buttons that are in different games. But like I had a match on there that was 24-6 that I went. But a lot of that time I spent running behind the other team, so I was one of those assholes. But that's how it was. Unless it was an objective game, then obviously I ran to the objective and tried to play the objective. But I was also distracted that night.
See, I didn't like the objective games on there.
Yeah,
the
some of
games
them were
felt a little off.
Yeah, they moved the objectives, but then the places that they put them, it was almost like as long as you could get 1 or 2 guys in there, no one else could get into the objective. And I didn't quite understand the bar at the top of the screen of like, was it just who wins the objective? Like even though they didn't complete the objective 100%, they still won because time ran out and they had more time.
Are you talking about the objective where you have to kill the machines that pop up?
Oh, see, I didn't even play that one.
That's one of the objective games I played, and it took me 2 whole rounds before I figured out what was going on. And it was kill the machines, but not only did you have to kill them, you had to pick up the shit they dropped to add to your totals. Yeah. I don't even know what they considered it, but the total resource. So I'm running around blasting the shit out of all these robots and not understanding why my team's winning because I was first one on the scene every time killing things, and then it was because I wasn't picking anything up. But
yeah, that's interesting because the ones I played was like capture the point, not flag because there was no flag, but you had to sit in a circle in the middle of the map, and there was a bar at the top, and it started out like you were blue and the other team's red, and as you got more time, the blue filled up the red side. But even though it never got completed, I guess the time just ran out, so whoever had the most won. So, I mean, I guess you got to stop the game, I guess, at a certain point. Like tug of war, you're just not going to sit there and pull all day long.
Made it most of the way. Winner!
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we give everybody
trophies. We didn't quite win, but winner!
So, it was really weird, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was... I am one of those people, and I know people are going to get so angry if, the 2 of you listening, that I hate Call of Duty as well. But I would rather play this than pay for it.
Don't you hate Call of Duty. Don't hate Call of Duty. You love to hate Call of Duty.
I almost died. I just inhaled a lot of water. So that's it. That's all I played. I mean, I did watch some movies. Spider and Westman are both privy. I watched A Quiet Place. I don't think Westman's seen it.
Speaking of, this was something I was going to talk about coming up here. That movie released on Blu-ray this week, and if you haven't seen it, you should definitely Redbox it or whatever you can to watch it because it's a great movie.
100% agree. That movie was... If you get anxiety and you hate anxiety, you might not want to watch it because it will give you the worst case of anxiety because when... I don't even want to go into it if you haven't seen it because it's going to spoil everything.
What's it about again?
But it's about, I'm assuming, because I got so into it that I missed a lot of things. I can't wait to watch it again. Some kind of creatures are taking over, and they have taken over, and you're surviving. So at that point, but they go to sounds. They feed off sounds. So you have to be very, very quiet when you're hunting in the rabbits. but very good acting. Even the kids. I mean, there was a couple of times, and I'm man enough to admit it, that I teared up because you just think about life in general, and if you don't have kids, you probably would still feel this in the feels. Like it gets in there real deep, like it's gut wrenching. Oh, so good though. Ready Player One. I watched that.
How was
if you
that?
want to, I liked it. I thought it was good. I like seeing all the different, like, so you're in virtual reality. It's I think takes place 17 years from now, 16 years from now, quote unquote. And everybody's living on top of everybody. The world's filling up, so everybody lives in virtual reality instead of the real world. And I think for what you get to see like old, like new characters. People can be anything they want. So like, if you want to be a Sasquatch and look around, you could be Sasquatch and look around. Sorry, the door opened behind me and I'm scared. I think I've lost my concentration.
Did you read that too?
No, I just saw my door open in the background and it's scared.
Oh.
But anyways, back to Ready Player One. Just the nostalgia of video games in general and anything really. It was a pretty good movie. I would say it's definitely a rent. I wouldn't buy it. A Quiet Place, I could see myself buying and watch it again, but yeah, no, we watched it by other means. Have either one of you all seen it?
No, I haven't. Have not. And he had to run real quick. He'll be back as soon as he can. He
Okay.
said. Cool. What else did you watch or play?
I finished season 6 of Longmire, and from what I'm gathering, there is not going to be a season 7, and I'm a little sad.
How many episodes per season?
10, I believe.
How long per episode?
They started out about 45 minutes, and by the 3rd season, I think once it got picked up by Netflix, it was actually canceled on cable. Like after the first season. I actually remember watching it on cable, and I actually stopped watching it.
What is it about?
I wasn't. It's about a sheriff over a little town, and there's just always something going on, like people dying, drugs. But he's like in a cross between, he is sheriff of his town, but he also has a Native American reservation that's part of his town. So obviously he can't go over there without talking to the tribal police. And things happen over there with his people, back and forth.
The present day?
Yes. But he's a cowboy. And pretty much to sum it up, it's like watching Cowboys and Indian. So but eventually they come together. But it's really good. I think it was, once Netflix picked it up, they were able to turn it around. I feel like I think they put some more money in it that cable didn't want to. They got some more people, better actors and actresses that would come in certain episodes, and you were like, oh, they're here, and then oh, they're gone. But then a new one would come in. So.
Now playing in the role of
yeah.
I hate
the roles never changed. But it was, we'll just say, if somebody got a boyfriend, they might have David Spade come in and be their boyfriend, and then they break up and he's gone. And then another star would come. So it was just constantly like different stars coming in.
Oh, okay. So you're talking like big name people.
Oh, yeah. Sort of.
Ooh, what channel was this on before?
I want to say A&E.
Okay. I'm going to check it out.
Don't quote me on it. Yeah.
Now that I know it's on Netflix.
Yeah, so Netflix picked it up once they got canceled from cable, and then they got it to go 7, but they leave a lot of wide open at the end. I'm really bummed. There's some stories that I wanted closure on that I'm not going to get, apparently.
Maybe they'll make a movie.
Maybe, but I think they left it open definitely to come back to if they.
There was a show that I watched, and I can't think of what it was. It was fairly popular. Oh damn! It had Skeet Ulrich in it. Wife loved this stupid show. it was after like a nuclear attack or something. It was the name of some town. I think it used to come on Fox, and only for 2 or 3 seasons. Damn, I wish she was in the chat. She'd tell me what it was called. But she watched this show, and they cut it out. It got canceled, and the fans were like so rabid about. Hasn't moved.
Dude, I gotta stop watching these.
I'm watching watching the door now because I'm not. It's not. I'm fascinated now. Yeah. She watched
Jericho.
Yes, thank you. I was about to say. I think you and I had talked about this once.
Yeah.
And I think when they canceled it, the fans were so adamant about having some closure. The cat. Gotcha. Nobody can see you pointing though.
The cat is standing behind me, ready to murder me. That's who's been opening my door.
That's hilarious.
I feel better now.
So the Jericho was the name of the show, and it got canceled, and the fans were so adamant about having some closure that I think they continued it in a series of comic books. You speak to that at all, Sue Spider? Is that...
I cannot and never watched the show. I just know it existed.
Right.
So I don't.
Maybe they can do something like that with Longmire if they don't continue it.
Maybe so.
That'd be cool.
What else you got, Nugs?
I think that's it for me. I think that's all the movies and TV shows I watched. I played 2 new games for everybody. Man, I'm telling you, dude, I'm not watching any more YouTube videos. I'm scared to death of everything. The cat just walked by and I saw it on the camera. I thought something was going to get me again.
What were you watching?
It's like the top 5 scariest things caught on a drone. And then top 5 scariest things ever found in the woods. And these people, it's like Blair Witch Project. And the shit just gets me because sometimes you do hear weird shit. But these people go investigate it. And there's like glowy eyes looking at them and stuff running around. And now I think it's in my house.
People love to talk shit about the Blair Witch Project. That movie was scary as fuck when it came out. Here what it
Funny enough, I just recently looked at a movie thing that was comparing highest differences in audience versus Rotten Tomato scores, and the Blair Witch Project was on there. I think high audience rating, low critic rating. Like the disparity was somewhere in like the 40% range. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it.
When did you see it?
I tried. We watched it twice when it first came out. And then I watched it again a few years because there was a second one coming out. So it's like, okay, I want to watch this first one and I never even watched the second one because after I watched the first one a second time, I wasn't interested.
Second one wasn't even really anything like the first one. I remember.
I mean, I don't know. I guess the thing that bothered me the most is it's just the unknown, and I get that's what the fear that they're working off of. That didn't bother me because then I just filled in my head that it was just some kid out there throwing rocks at their tent. Until people started dying, but without, I don't know. I just never could get it. It just wasn't for me.
Gotcha. What else?
That's all I got. That's all I did. I cut some grass. I don't know if you all want to know about that.
Find anything cool in the grass?
Dead grass.
Doesn't qualify.
Yeah.
My turn. Okay. Well, I finally finished Assassin's Creed Rogue. We're going back 2 weeks. It was a good ending, I guess. Well done. Semi-well done game. I think I give it a hard time because I keep forgetting that it's last gen. But I really feel like you could tell that their attention was split between Unity and Rogue. Because Unity had problems, Rogue had problems, AC3 didn't have those problems, and Syndicate doesn't have those problems. Both of them didn't have 2 games coming out at the same time. So I moved on from Rogue to Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I'm really surprised at the level of difference that Next Gen brought to the series. I'd played Unity before, but it's been a long time. But Syndicate feels really next gen. It still feels like Assassin's Creed, and there's still all kinds of pathfinding and navigational issues that are kind of ridiculous, but just the way the city looks and feels and breathes, and the cutscenes and the character animations and just the character models themselves are as good as I've seen. Top notch. So really well done there. Spent a lot of time on the game. Some of it I actually rage quit it the other night. Some of the missions. Dude, the Ubisoft, man, and their fucking maps full of shit. There's a map, and there's fucking dots of shit all over the goddamn thing, and it doesn't matter what it is, you just gotta run to them and get them, you know? And half of them aren't even missions. It's just climb this, jump and grab that, run through this, and what do you get for it? I don't know. Like the little collectibles that I run all over the place to get, I don't know what the hell they even do for me. But they're so shiny and pretty and sparkly that I just can't leave them there. I have a problem.
You have an addiction, man.
A little bit, but Ubisoft
gripped you.
Has these. No, I wouldn't say that. I just can't leave it there. It's like an OCD thing. Sometimes they have these missions. Yes, I'm just about to talk about that. Lizzo beat me to it. The Nigel missions. There's this kid named Nigel that you pick up as part of your crew. And the reason you pick him up is because the lady that runs your train is in deep trouble. Somebody's been spotted following her, and you need to find out who this pecker patter is following this woman around. Yeah, hiding in the shadows. Pecker pan. Who knows what he's doing, and figure out what's going on. So we follow this guy for this whole mission. And he talks to a couple of people while we're snooping around, following him, following her, and talking about how she's in danger, and da-da-da-da. You get to the very end of the mission, and all you've done is follow him around and watch him talk to people. And you grab him, and you're like, "Oh, you, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I ain't doing nothing. I just wanted to join your gang." Fucking welcome aboard. You know? Thanks for wasting 20 minutes of my time following you around on the rooftops for nothing to really happen. Then, go ahead.
Can I time you out for just a
Absolutely.
second? What's the setting of this Assassin's Creed game? I'm not familiar with basically any of them.
1800s London, around the time of Jack the Ripper and Alexander Graham Bell, Charles Dickens.
Cool.
So it's a good game. I'm shitting on it. Victorian, my bad. London. I'm kind of shitting on it a little bit, but that's what I do. So Nigel then goes and gets drunk and gets charged with murder for no reason. So I have to sneak around a police-infested crime scene just because this guy that wanted to join my gang and has done nothing for me goes out, gets drunk, and gets charged with murder. I have to sneak around and find all these murder clues, like the murder weapon and a purse and blood-stained clothing, and all this little area of the map that's swarming with police and not be seen doing it. Then I have to hide the body. And I got caught hiding that body like 5-6 times. It really irritated the shit out of me. And then once you finally hide the body, you walk up to the police chief and you're like, "What is this man being held on? What evidence?" And they're like, "None, really. We lost it all." And they let him go. And he's like, "Thanks." And we're like, "Yay, Nigel's free." Thanks, Nigel. Then Nigel has another mission. Pay you back for doing him a solid. He went out and he procured you a Gatling gun for your train. You have your secret hideout is actually on board a moving train, which is a pretty cool idea. He gets a Gatling gun. And as he's showing you in the cutscene, "Oh, look, I got this Gatling gun." And you're like, "Oh, that'd be cool." And he's like, "But it's jammed." So you're trying to fix the Gatling gun, and all of a sudden these bad guys start showing up there. He's like, "Oh, fuck. I think they want their gun back." And so now you're on a on-the-rails shooter mission for 5 or 10 minutes, just shooting people with the Gatling gun. And at the end of it, the Gatling gun overheats and explodes. And he, you complete the mission and everything. And you look at Nigel and you tell him that I think the Gatling gun's going to have to wait for a little bit. So you don't even get the goddamn Gatling gun. You just did all that stuff for no real reason. You didn't even get the gun. The Nigel missions are completely pointless, and when Ubisoft puts missions in a game like this, it drives me nuts. You guys are both muted.
I was typing and my keyboard's really loud.
Whoops.
So sorry. That is generally my problem with most open world-ish games is most of the missions seem dumb.
You need to have more point.
Yeah, I mean, some of those missions are just really stupid. I wouldn't say most of them, but this particular storyline is ridiculous. So yeah, I played that. I played. I did a bonus stream, and I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I think I played something before that, and I can't remember what. Oh, I played Madden 18, one game. I played Jurassic Park Evolution for not very long because I just wasn't in the mood. Switched to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Haven't played that game in so long. Started from scratch. It is now backwards compatible on the Xbox One. Here it's also on the PS4. It looks just like it did. It's not enhanced or anything like that. Fine. Looks terrible, actually, but back in the day it was a technological marvel. And it doesn't hold up today. The things about that game, there's some really fucked up things that'll piss you off about that game, mechanic-wise, but it's still a ton of fun. And
like what?
Like what's a ton of fun?
No, mechanical.
Oh god.
Give me an example.
Drive-by shootings are horrible. Just the way you have
those technically are horrible.
They take a really good thing and they make it really bad. So, just the navigation, walking around, your locomotion, jumping, climbing things, falling off of things, aiming with your gun. It's horrible. Anything to do with flying's good, driving's good, but shooting is terrible. Throwing things is terrible. Trying to run in a straight line is generally terrible. Trying to climb things is terrible, unless it's a fence and it's right in front of you. And trying to jump off of a ledge onto another is terrible. Other than that, it's pretty good, but running around sucks. But the thing is while I was playing it, I played more of that than anything this week, except for probably Assassin's Creed. And I had a blast with it, man. I had a lot of fun with it, and honestly, viewership was good too, really good. So,
awesome.
Not sure what's up with that, but that's me. I also played. What's the name of that game? Iron Sights with Nugget. He got me to download that shit, and dude, it was really good. Honestly, it was Call of Duty, and it was free. It looks like Call of Duty. It feels like Call of Duty. I don't really play Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard. But I played this Call of Duty on mouse and keyboard. It's not Call of Duty. Here's the thing. For a free game, they don't push the microtransactions. They don't push their buy shit. Buy me. You can get what you need without buying stuff. If you want to get ahead or you want to get fancy looking shit, you can buy it. It's not obtrusive or in your face. It's
actually like a little red button at the far top right of the screen. It's like 1 inch wide by a 1/4 inch tall.
Yeah.
It says charge.
And then they've got kill streaks and the strategic tactical streaks. So you may have like kill streaks that launch drones that kill people, or you can choose to have kill streaks that focus on tactical advantages like spotting people on the mini map and shit like that. And honestly, for a free-to-play game, I think that is the most technically solid, bug-free, bitch-fest-free free-to-play game I think I've ever played as far as a shooter goes, except for Fortnite. The game just works. It works really well. It feels really polished. You bitched less than Call of Duty. It feels really polished. I'm not saying it's better than Call of Duty, but for the money, it's free. It's good.
There ain't no lettuce to eat.
Yeah. So hats off to the people that made Iron Sights. Good game. What else did I play? Did I play anything yesterday? I started to play Dead Rising 4. Played for about 5 minutes. What are you laughing at?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay. Started to play Dead Rising 4, and crashed on me like 3 times, so I quit. And I realized part of the reason it was crashing was because Steam was actually crashing yesterday. I didn't get to play any after that, but it looked pretty cool. Played pretty cool. The graphics were, it was on PC, so the graphics were way better than I was expecting, and the controls were way better than I was expecting. So I am actually looking forward to getting into that one very soon. And that's about it for me. Played some Fortnite. Oh, Fortnite season ends tonight, so you guys gotta stay up and get your last season pass goodies. Not you, but I spent a lot of time yesterday gaming, really just trying to do challenges in Fortnite so I can gain levels and get those unlockables. And I think I've got enough E points or whatever that you get, Fortnite money, that when this new season comes out early this morning or early tomorrow morning, I should be able to pay for it without having to actually drop real money. Because like every so many levels, they give you 100 points. And I think it's like 1,200 or 1,500 points for a season. So won't even have to drop real money to get that shit. I'm excited about that because I don't know, man. I'm the more and more I play it, and I still don't play it that much. But
I was gonna say, your wife's getting you all those points,
dude. She plays a lot of it. I played a lot of it yesterday. She won another game today. She sent me a damn screenshot right about the time I got to work. Fucking Victory Royale called me. I did it. Oh, I could not believe it. She's wearing my ass out on that game.
you better look
What
out.
are you doing wrong? You need to watch her stream, man.
Apparently, I'm too aggressive.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, she wins like 1 or 2 more and she'll be caught up to oh wait, you've never won one.
One, but it was,
you have won one.
It was the 50 versus 50.
Don't count.
That doesn't
count.
No, she's won 2 and I've won none. So hey, good on her. I'm just glad she's playing some games, honestly. But yeah, Fortnite new season starts tomorrow, so I'm kind of excited for that. I don't know what it is. I didn't like that game at all at first, and the more I play it, the more I like it now. I don't play it that much. I might play 4, 5, 6 matches a week at most, usually. I probably did 7 or 8 matches yesterday alone, but you know, I don't play it hours a day like a lot of people, but I still really enjoy it. It's free, and I'll continue to pay for the season pass. So, what are you shaking your head no at?
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it. You should play it more.
I don't know why I gotta shoot from a hip when I have an assault rifle.
Because it's not that fucking sweaty. Because it's not that sweat. You know what? You don't have to shoot from the hip. Get the goddamn gun with the scope on it.
And sometimes that doesn't even work.
It
It's
does.
just a pretend scope.
No, there's a hunting rifle, and then there's sniper rifles and assault rifles with scopes and shit like that.
That don't work.
No, the scopes work. You just have to get the right gun. Sorry, you don't have to run around and find a gun and then go look for accessories for your gun. You just find the guns. It's like
Where's
it's
the
like
fun in
it's
that?
like PUBG kindergarten. So
I
and
just
it's
can't
funner.
grasp the building.
it's
No, me
funner.
neither.
I couldn't.
I don't
either
know.
at
I
first,
can't.
but it
If
just
I
takes-
was on a world where I
Just
just
gotta
pull
start
fucking
doing it.
walls out of my asshole, I don't get it.
Says the guy
Why?
that played how many hours of Minecraft?
Yes, but I'm digging and cutting and building, and you're doing that here too. But
You built
You
a
just,
fucking pyramid and didn't even have to have a cart to hold your shit.
that's right.
All
And
right,
I don't
so
want to build walls while I run around
that's
and get shot or not
that
shot.
is. Did I watch anything? I watched. Hey, what's the what was the last Oh, Age of Ultron. I watched Age of Ultron with my kid, and so we're up to that and Guardians of the Galaxy. So now we're up to Ant-Man, and he's stalling. He's just like me. He doesn't want to watch Ant-Man because he doesn't think it's going to be any good. And actually, it was. That's it
I
for me.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it really was. It was good. It was a good flick.
haven't really watched any of the Marvel movies really, so
What?
I know, right? All right,
yeah,
so
we've talked about it before.
news time, and before we even get into the news, we're just gonna jump right into this conversation nugget. I want to talk about Fortnite, and I want to talk about Fortnite versus PUBG, and I want to talk about their season passes versus one another. So you indicated earlier that you were not quite pleased with the season pass so far. Now it was $10, right? $9.99.
Yeah.
Okay, and that has been. I just found out it's what, a month? Not even a month.
I think it was 30 days.
30 days. Okay.
But there's like 8 left.
Right. And you've kind of just started, right? And so they're going to want another $30 or another $10 next month.
But will they? I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do anything else until they bring out another map.
Oh, why wouldn't they? They'll add tropical gear this time. And you'll have to level up on the tropical map so you can get cool Hawaii shirts and
That's what I already got.
tropical skins
I don't
for
wanna
your
get it
guns.
again.
Well, whatever. There's no
That's
way
what I'm
that
saying. That's for this map. That's
Okay.
for the one they just released. I don't think
Whatever.
they'll do it until they release another one.
they'd be foolish not to.
Why? They got all the other ones. The Dock Pack and the Shroud Pack and the Tiger Print Parachute Pack, and
Shroud and Doc have their
And then-
own skins.
I don't remember who the other guy was. It's Doc for sure. I think it is Shroud.
All right, so why are you upset about it?
I'm upset that the fact that I paid for it, and I think I should get to continue to work on it past 30 days. If I,
That's the season, bro.
you know, do I know though? Is that how it's going to be? It's counting down. Obviously, 8 days left. Is that 8 days of double XP when you're playing? Because that's the thing, is like, if you want to work for XP towards your levels on that, you can only get 250 a day. So once you hit that XP for that day, you can't gain any more XP towards your levels unless you do the challenges that are daily, weekly, and just for certain maps, like normal challenges. So my thing is I just paid $10 for, I think I've unlocked a shirt, a gun skin, maybe 2 gun skins, which it's my fault because I'm not playing every day. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to play all the time to do this, which is what, you know, they're doing. They drag people in to make you play. But I miss out on everything after the 30 days is up because I can't play anymore.
You might be able to buy it in the store or something.
Oh yeah. I just paid $10 for a fucking parachute.
I want to read
And a
something.
shirt.
There's a couple articles that I'm looking at. I'm not going to read the whole article, but this is kind of the gist of the discussion that I want to get into. PUBG is looking a little more like Fortnite today. And this is back when the season event or the event pass opened. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds just debuted 2 major changes to their game. First is a smaller Fortnite-style map called Sanuk. How do you say it?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I don't know.
How do you say it?
I said Sandhawk.
What does Blitz say it is?
I think like Snooky or something.
Snook. I don't know. Anyway,
Snook.
designed to get you in the action quicker and hopefully make you spend a little less time crouching in corners with a shotgun. The second is an event pass. You don't
Not
crouch
true.
in the corner. Oh.
If you want extra XP, you got to get a shotgun kill, and you ain't gonna do that by running out in the open field.
A $10 purchase that allows you to unlock cosmetics by completing challenges in much the same way as Fortnite's Battle Pass. It's a little awkward because a lot of paid fans aren't happy to have to make regular payments of $10 to get the event pass, but PUBG's monetization is already all over the map due to being $30 on Xbox and PC and free on mobile. Still, the Battle Pass has made it clear that a progression overlay can make a game like this a whole lot more engaging. But let's take a look at what actually is blah blah blah. So, what the
What?
just happened?
I'm here.
Nugget!
Oh, and oh boy.
I think it's gone.
That's weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Turn your camera off.
No, I just muted it before I got up and everything went away. Bad.
I'm back.
Oh no.
I did that on. He's back. I'm back.
All right, I just won't mute it. All right, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right.
I'm gonna chime in.
Okay. So, oh, he's leaving. Let's see.
Yeah.
So then the other one is kind of a comparison, and I guess we'll just talk until he gets back because I really want his opinion on this. What do you think about the whole PUBG costing $30? How much did you pay for it when you got it? Was it 30?
I was gifted the game.
How much was it?
So I think it was 30.
Okay.
I think it was 30. It was way back. Yeah, 30.
Gotcha. Did you put up a gate? What'd you do? Put up a gate? What'd you do?
No, I just had to go give her. She was crying.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. So we were talking. I was asking him what he thought about the whole. Well, first I was asking him how much he paid for PUBG, and I guess it was gifted to him. But do you know how much it was when it was gifted to you?
Yeah, 30. We'll call it
Okay.
30. I don't think it was ever any cheaper than that, and it definitely wasn't more. So.
Okay. What about you, Nugget? You paid the full 30?
Yeah. Yes, I think I did.
Okay. So how do you feel about the whole? Basically, them taking on a free-to-play model and charging for these season pass, these event passes. They're going to be like every 30 days or so. Even though you've already paid $30 for a game, if you play for 3 more months with this season pass, you will have doubled what you paid in the year that you had it prior. And so you're talking, if you bought the game, you spent $30 on it, and then if you play, if they run this every 30 days or once a month, which I think they're going to do, in 9 months, you will have paid $90 on top of the $30 that you already paid. So in a year, you're looking at $120 plus $150 for this game. What's up with that?
So if they fix what Sasquatch is talking about, I don't like that they cap out your XP and you can't just grind it out if you want to grind it out. I think that's bullshit for something that you paid for. I'm not a fan of that.
What do you mean?
I think that's... So I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I assume you gain XP to gain levels to get loot with the season pass, right?
Yes. I mean,
And-
besides the challenges.
Right. So but you couldn't just go in and sit down and grind out for a day and get 500 experience. It caps you out at 200, 250.
Yeah, at 250. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I think if they opened it up and then if you enjoy the game, I don't see any reason not to buy that, only because MMOs exist where you pay $30 for the game and then you pay $15 a month to keep your subscription active. So from that aspect,
But you can do
of it, I
everything
don't
as
have-
many times as you want, and usually in the...
Yeah, definitely. There's that, but you can also look at like trading card games that you play. They have tournaments that you spend $10 to enter. Now you get to keep stuff if you win enough, but if you don't, you can actually lose money on those tournaments and not get $10 worth of cards out of them or anything like that too. I think it's more prevalent in more games than people realize to have things like the event pass. I'm not a fan of it for the game just because I'm not that much of a fan. I would never pay $10 to do it. I just have a problem with that XP capping. You shouldn't have to do challenges. The challenges should be like, oh, you can do daily challenges to get bonus XP on top of whatever you grind out, but it's wrong for them to cap you off. That's just like...
They lock challenges behind other challenges, right?
Yeah. Sometimes there's like a challenge with like 5 challenges in itself, but you can't get to the other 4 until you complete the first.
So if one of them is like, get 5 headshots, but that's number 4 on the list, and getting 5 knee shots is first, you got to get the 5 knee shots before you can...
Yes.
Even if you had 50 headshots while you were trying to get 5 knee shots, then none of those count. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit for that. It's bullshit that they cap your just straight grinding XP out if you just wanted to straight grind it out. I'm not a fan of them making you play daily. just to
Yeah,
do
I
that.
didn't think that. Yeah, and that's the only reason why, like, when I spent the $10, I didn't know that's how it was going to be. I thought, okay, if there's a day I can get in there and play for 5 or 6 hours, I might be able to make up some levels. But I seriously, like today, to try to unlock some stuff, I couldn't play PUBG the way I want to play it. I had to play it
Because you're trying to unlock.
other ways because I hate playing solos. We all know this. I don't like running for 45 fucking minutes to get shot in the back by a guy that was crouched behind a tree who stayed there the whole match. And maybe he didn't. But anyways, I just hate that part of it. Like when you're playing with your team, it's different. You got some people, you're talking about shit, you're having a good time, blah, blah, blah. But now I had to literally go in and do some solo matches to unlock one of these 5 challenges because I had to get top 10 in a solo without killing somebody. And then like the challenge after that was like survive 30 minutes without
you remember when you paid and I'm not being a smart ass here. You remember when you paid $60 for Call of Duty and they had this thing called the barracks and all the challenges that we used to do in there, the cook a grenade for this long and and you would just unlock tons of XP and weapon skins or whatever by unlocking. It's the same thing as that.
Right.
But you could work on those challenges, all at the same time. You didn't have to unlock some challenges to work on other ones. And it was free. It was part of the fucking game.
And on top of that, it works better in a game where you get to respawn. So let's say you make it to 29 minutes and you fucking die. Now you have to spend another 30 minutes before you can move on to the next challenge. Like that's too much time investment for your average person to put in. No. I have problems with that. I also think
I was locked out of one today. I mean, I'm trying to get a chicken dinner because that's what I have to do to get to my next challenge. In solos, I spent 2 hours today and I got second, third, 68th. The time I find a sniper rifle and a nice assault rifle and kit them out all silenced just to get killed by somebody that was outside the circle, ran in behind me. But I'm stuck there because I cannot unlock any more challenges for that. So 1, I lose out on the XP, and 2, if I never get a chicken dinner, I lose out on that cosmetics item that would have been paid in for with the $10.
Right. I think this is the extreme example that makes me understand what Wes is always talking about with them making you play the game the way they want you to play it or when they want you to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see it so much with like the free get everybody back and play events with like Overwatch and special skins or re-unlocking skins that you can play with or Heroes of the Storm or any of the other games doing that. But with this one in particular, the fact that you have to pay for it and that they limit you in your XP and that they do the challenges the way they do the challenges, it's not gamer friendly whatsoever. It's like they're trying to artificially bump up their Steam concurrent player base by making people play every single day to keep them in the top for who knows what reason.
That and it lengthens the longevity of their game just to throw piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Oh, piece of candy out there where people get tired of, what is the point of the game? Go from 100 to 0 and win. 100 down to 1 and win. Now it's, I'm tired of doing that. I'm going to go work on some challenges. Let me land over at this particular area and, shoot the head off of 2 mannequins to get this challenge or whatever they are. And so half the time you've got people that aren't even trying to win the match now, they're just trying to complete challenges. So I wanted to talk about the difference between this event pass and PUBG's event pass. And I didn't search long before I came across an article. And it's by Forbes. I don't tend to like Forbes's, Forbes video games, I think, is usually just a bunch of freelance people. I don't usually like their articles, but this one kind of caught my eye. It says PUBG's event pass is a total ripoff compared to Fortnite's far superior battle pass. Now, I'm not here to stroke one game or another. I like Fortnite more. I still like PUBG. PUBG kills my computer and takes too long. That's why I don't play it. It's not optimized, and I get tired of running and then being 30th. 20th or 10th, and then, you know, never getting a chance to get off my gun, and having to wait another 45 minutes before it's all over to do it again. So anyway, it says the first PUBG event pass went live, blah, 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 blah. Here's a rundown. Here's the comparison, though. The long and short of it is, however, you can spend $10 on an event pass in order to unlock the event pass specific missions, level up, and earn new cosmetics. This is pretty much how Fortnite's Battle Pass works, but the similarities break down when you perform a cost-benefit analysis. For instance, PUBG's event pass and Fortnite's Battle Pass both cost $10. Okay. However, PUBG's event pass only lasts 30 days and only has 30 tiers. Fortnite's Battle Pass lasts for 10 weeks and has 100 tiers to unlock. So it's 2.5 months versus 1 month for the same price. And it takes longer to unlock the stuff, yeah. And I'm not going to unlock all mine, but I unlock more than half of it.
I have a question.
Sure.
Does the XP you need for both, sorry, I just bumped my mic, does it increase? So like level 0 to 1 is 20 experience, and level 2 to 3 is, or 1 to 2 is 40, and so on for both? Or is it just flat 250 XP to level up each time or something like that?
You know, in Fortnite, I'm not exactly sure how the level up works. You get XP, and every time you get a certain amount of XP, you earn battle stars. Okay. You also, through doing the challenges, what you earn is battle stars. So playing the game a regular way, you earn XP, whether it's building or surviving a certain amount of time, or doing damage with guns or explosives, killing people, whatever. You earn different amounts of XP for all these things. And then the challenges, you earn battle stars. Every 10 battle stars that you get, you go up a level. So there's a list of challenges. They come out with new challenges every week, and you can continue to do the previous week's challenges as well. And there's also like event specific challenges that run the whole time and stuff like that, and bonus challenges. If you unlock like every week 1 thing, you can do a special tier of challenges. But some of them are real quick and easy to do, especially if you use the internet and just fucking, you know, show me where to go to do it. You can get a challenge that will grant you 10 battle stars right then and there, and that is a full level on the 100 tier. That's a full tier. So if you strategically go about it and not just play the game the way you're supposed to, but if you go out, like Nugget was saying, and actually try to do challenges, you can level up pretty quickly.
So it's completely reasonable that you could do 10 levels a week for 10 weeks.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, especially if it's a game that you like to play outside of just doing the challenges. Yeah.
Right. And is there any way to do a similar thing with PUBG, really? Because like you could even do those 10 levels in a week on 2 or 3 days, right?
I can't. Nugget would have to answer that. I don't know.
Just in the unlocked like challenges, because I mean you get 250 XP a day.
And does that get you a level?
No, because their levels are 400.
Yeah. No.
And they only cap it. Wow, I just now understood that.
Yeah, so
that's what I was trying to get at.
Level 1 to 2 is 400 XP. Whether it's 20 to 21, it's.
But you can only get 250 a day.
But you get 250 a day, and the rest of it you have to do those challenges, and then some of those challenges are like 20 XP points.
That's bull.
And sometimes it's like it sounds easy, but for somebody like me, like I don't play enough, so you will never see me in that game right now throw a grenade. You will never see me try to melee somebody. You will never see me try to pan somebody. And those will be the unlockable challenges. Like in a solo match, pan 3 people. But it's 20 XP points. Why am I even going to worry about focusing on that?
So that's that. There's just not even a way to do it. Just playing the game to hit that's
no.
That's
you play the game. You get your 250 a day, and that's it.
That's a flat
just playing
ripoff. Wow.
Yeah. So I won't be buying another season pass
unless they change it.
Unless they change something.
Yeah. To finish out this article real quick. Let's see. Meanwhile, Fortnite's cosmetics are a lot more interesting and fun now that to me is it's subjective.
Nah.
But PUBG just doesn't have any interesting skins as far as I'm concerned. Again, subjective. Lots of games do this better. It's something PUBG needs to get serious about. People do look kind of stupid running around in their jail stripes and shit. I could see like 5 Dr. Disrespects running around out there. Look kind of dumb too. Even if the skin, but then again, you know, I have a candy coated umbrella that I fly down to the ground with in Fortnite. So, you know.
My Orisa in Overwatch looks like a druid or an ent. Like, I like skins in games, I guess is all I'm saying. But
yeah. It says even
my dude's wearing a skirt right now.
even if the skins and the other rewards were just as good, it's a little preposterous to charge $10 for a 30-day pass when your top competitor offers such a better deal of it being 10 weeks, which would be 70 days. It's 70 days versus 30 days. It's more than twice the amount of time. Apparently, PUBG Corporation is actively trying to sabotage its own event pass because on top of it all, some of the items you unlock during the event pass go away at the end of the 30 days. So you pay actual real money to unlock items only temporarily. Player backlash has already led to the company offering a couple of new cosmetic freebies as peace offerings, but honestly, whoever thought this was a good idea should probably be out of a job.
It just keeps getting worse. Like, I knew nothing about this thing going in, and like I wasn't keen on it right away. And at that, like, how could you possibly do that? Oh, here, pay $10 for 30 days, and you can rent this cosmetic item that you also have to play a shitload for and do all these dumb challenges because you can't just play for 4 hours a day and gain 2 or 3 levels. Wow.
And even outside of that, if you look at the crate system. Just a prime example, today I unlocked 5 crates. I bought 5 crates with my battle point. They were actually all 5 not locked, which I was shocked because I have about 30 crates that I need to buy a $2.50 key for. But here's why I will never spend a $2.50. I bought 2 keys and I opened it up and I got the generic whatever come with it, like the easiest thing you could get because the RNG system blows ass, and here's why. I bought 5 crates today with my point. 4 of those 5 crates was the same fucking shirt. Red and white stripe. So what if I would have just paid 5 times 250 is, I can't do math right now because I'm tired, like $10?
I hate to go ahead.
So what if I would have just paid $10 for 5 keys, and I just spent $10 for 4 red and white striped shirts that I could have went to the marketplace on Steam and bought for 3 cents?
I want to make it clear. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's the wrong way to do loot boxes, but go ahead.
I want to make it clear that just because I enjoy Fortnite, I get a lot of people all the time, fuck Fortnite, Fortnite's stupid, PUBG's better. Just because I enjoy Fortnite more doesn't mean I think it's better, okay? Doesn't mean that, I mean, really, PUBG is more my style of a game than Fortnite is. I'm surprised when I find myself enjoying Fortnite as much as I but it's things like the way the game plays, how you can run it on a potato, it's optimized, it's smooth, and the way the company does business, okay? Making that free to play, yeah, it was a copy. It was a ripoff of PUBG or any other Battle Royale game that came right before it. But they put it out for free, and they monetized the shit out of it. And I mean, they monetize the shit out of it. They have a store, and you can buy gliders, the things that you like, parachutes. You can buy different custom parachutes. You can buy emotes. You can buy dances and shit. You can buy costumes, and you can buy pickaxes. And they're all fucking bizarre and cartoony. They range from like tactical military looking stuff to like a fucking fiery Japanese dragon from 16th century, parades and shit. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, 16th century.
The Ming Dynasty?
Yes, some shit looking like that, right? So the costumes are outlandish and they're expensive. They're expensive. The good ones, like the real premium ones, are like $12 a piece. I've never bought one. I've earned all mine through the Battle Pass system. Some of them have not been available. Now, the ones that they sell may have been available in previous seasons that I didn't have, you know, but I've never really felt the urge to go, I have to buy that one. But I respect that. This is the thing. They're expensive, but you know what you're getting when you buy it, because guess what Fortnite doesn't have?
Adults?
Loot boxes?
Loot boxes. You can't purchase a random poof, let's open this and see what I get. No. You buy something, that's what you buy, and you know what you're getting when you buy it. There are no random loot boxes in that game. And that's just another thing that, to me, like, what is PUBG doing? Oh, you opening 5 of those boxes and getting 4 of the same thing is fucking ridiculous.
It is.
See,
especially for a game that you've already paid money for.
I don't think there's a problem with loot boxes in games until you make people pay money to open loot boxes in games.
Exactly.
Like,
get one and you got to buy money for the key.
Yeah, exactly. That's not, I don't even know the words I want to use for that. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that at all. I like the Blizzard model where you get a loot box and you get random shit in it. And if you want to buy loot boxes, I fucking guess you can. But why would you? But you can. Yeah, I don't know.
Can
where
you
I'm
get
going with that.
duplicates in?
You can get
Overwatch?
duplicates in Overwatch, and when you get duplicates in Overwatch, you get the in-game currency that you can then go spend on whatever you want. You can't spend it on loot boxes. You can, so you buy loot boxes with real money if you want to, and then you get the stuff in the loot boxes. And if you get duplicates, or they actually just have in-game currency in the loot boxes, then you can take that in-game currency you gain from duplicates or the currency and spend it on actual cosmetics in the game. But there's no, like, the only thing that I don't enjoy about it is there's no direct, if I want to buy that kick-ass skin for the character, I can't just give them $10 for that. I would prefer that. Like, I'd prefer to be able to get it in a loot box or just pay the money for it, but I can't. So just having the loot box, I guess, is fine.
But I will say Fortnite, they do theirs on like a rotator, like every 12 hours, I think, or maybe 24 hours. There's a different premium skin available. Then you have to wait until it comes around again to buy it if you didn't buy it when it's available. That's kind of, you know, that's, but still, you know what you get when you buy it. We'll finish this article out. It says, actually, the sheer volume of poor decisions surrounding PUBG should mean a whole lot of people are out of jobs. If they want to stop bleeding players, the game is down from 3.2 million concurrents on Steam to just half that at 1.7, which is still a lot. This game needs a lot more than a flimsy, poorly implemented event pass and a new map. For instance, Fortnite is free to play, so dropping a $10 battle pass is a pretty good deal. PUBG is $30, so you're already paying up front. It's past time that PUBG went free to play on all systems. I agree with that. That would at least make the event pass fiasco less awful. All told, while I think copying the battle pass is a great idea, PUBG Corporation is screwing up the execution.
They don't care.
They
don't
don't
fucking care. I mean, it's if you just, the numbers are staggering that you just told me. 3.2 million, 3.4 million,
3.2.
And after the battle pass, they're down to 1.8.
I don't know. It just says,
I would say it's like been a downward trend. Like they peaked at 3.2, and now just after that peak.
Even so, if you take a quarter of what they were peaked at the time of the battle pass of how many people bought it, fucking money everywhere. They just made a buku money, like, and they don't fix their shit. Like, I don't get it. I don't. It's like that is the ultimate greed. I don't know why you have to be like that. If 1 million people bought that fucking battle pass.
So we're not done though. All told, well, I think copying the battle pass is a great idea. Screwing up the execution. Okay, Epic Games makes each of Fortnite's battle passes seasons interesting, and this is going to lead into another story. They have mystery, hidden clues, secret messages, and all kinds of things to keep the Reddit pages buzzing and fans on the edge of their seats. 10 weeks allows for each season, plenty of room. So 30-day events could work fine for PUBG, but not for $10 a pop. We'll see how tricky, yada yada. In other words, it costs too damn much and it lasts too short of a time. They need to fix one or the other. Now, did you guys see the hamburger?
I did.
Yeah.
I saw the hamburger. I read that article.
That hamburger is the mascot, I guess, of a restaurant on the somewhere on the Fortnite map, and it disappeared sometime during this season, and just randomly appeared in the desert the other day, along with a PUBG or a PUBG, along with a Fortnite police car, and apparently the llamas, they're like these llama pinatas that kind of have loot in them in the game. They're showing up all over Europe, just out there. There's something with the lore of the game going on. There was like a giant crack that opened up in the sky, and apparently it's getting bigger. And now items are appearing in the game from like different time periods. Like I found an old west horse-drawn carriage. Somebody found a big wooden anchor just laying out in the middle of the field. And all these things are new, and so it's just stuff that they're doing that we have no fucking clue what it means and what's going to happen. But they're adding stuff almost every day now, leading up to the new season that is playing into whatever theme the new season's going to have. And you don't see no shit. I mean, there's no shit like that with PUBG either. It's just they're going an extra mile again on an already free to play game that they're making plenty of money on, and PUBG would too. If they would get their head out of their ass, or get their wallet out of their ass, or their head out of their wallet, or whatever, and see that you could still make tons of money and be good to your customers, you know? And they're not wanting to do that. Yeah. Anyway, that's that.
They need to get their head out of their ass.
They do.
They need to, yeah.
What do you think of the of the of the hamburger in the middle of the desert?
I thought that was really cool. Like I thought it was funny, and I think it's cool that they're doing that sort of thing. I will say, however, that website that you linked the story from, I went to that exact same one from the picture. Fuck that website. The fact that if I want to watch these Snapchat videos of the people walking up to this thing just to get the feel for it, I have to watch an ad in between every 15-second Snapchat video.
Oh, God.
Get the hell out of here.
Just to let you know, that's inverse.com, guys. Fuck that website.
Yeah, that website's awful. I'll never go back.
I've never been. Today was the first time I've ever been there.
And the last. But I think it's really cool that they're doing that. I think it's cool that they're bringing the game into real life, and they're creating more hype around it, and they're getting just fans to go out and be together at a place about a game. I think that's really cool.
Exactly.
Whether it's all just viral marketing to get more people to play or give it visibility or whatever, I think it's cool. And the article also seemed to highlight that. So they went there, and there were phone numbers that those guys were handing out. So they call the phone number, and it gives them coordinates to a place in Paris.
Right.
I think that's really cool. Just building up a community, a thing that I feel like gaming's missing out on. So these people who are getting these phone numbers and these coordinates in the Mojave Desert, they're not going to go fly to Paris. They have to get in touch or give the information to someone in Paris to go check that out. And I think it's cool that they're bringing the gaming community together by doing that, more cooperation. And
yeah, and they've created like one of those net geo or geocaching type things. Yeah. Alternate something gaming.
They're giving it almost like a Pokemon Go feel, where people are actually getting out and doing things.
Except the Pokemon are really there.
Exactly.
So
cute X-File music.
Oh, really? You know, it's funny, the article actually, I don't know if you read it, said you didn't get to read much, but the article actually said it seemed like a scene out of the X-Files, because there was just people standing around, and they had these people that worked for Epic, I guess they were actors or, you know, whatever, hired people standing around in suits, like they were agents, and they would just give like canned funny responses, like, you know,
yeah,
that's not my department, or...
The Canada one, somebody said they were talking to one of the agents, and they said something about some big weird red thing that got found in Canada, and the guy's just like, isn't that just the Canadian flag? There's that problem solved. Like, I think that's a good joke.
Yep. So I want to move on to some less happy news. Apparently, a top-notch streamer, anybody know Shroud? I don't know him. I know of him. I've never watched him.
Yeah.
Apparently, he got banned for Doesn't say how long. Oh, a 1 month ban from PUBG because he was streaming the game playing with a hacker. And I'm not quite sure why that happened, but there's been speculation that Bluehole or PUBG Corp, whatever you want to call them now, was not taking the whole hacker thing serious. I guess Twitch is going to take it serious. Or no, Twitch wasn't the one that banned him. PUBG banned him. So I'm assuming if they banned him for streaming playing with a hacker, they banned the hacker too. And when I say hacker, apparently this guy was like driving around in cars that were floating in the air, able to spot people in houses, know exactly where they were and shoot them through walls. He's like, and he was telling the stream that this is what he was doing. You know,
okay,
it wasn't
so
like,
we're sure it wasn't just buggy PUBG.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like he was. It wasn't like he was. You know.
Did they have a DeLorean?
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't like he was trying to pull one over on the viewers. I mean, he was actively receiving information from the hacker on where to go and what to do. And I guess after he got banned, he said, "Well, I knew what I was doing, and it probably wasn't a good idea." What's thoughts on this? I mean, I say ban the fucker.
Ban the fucker.
I think
get rid of him.
I mean, why
He's
would
cheating.
you? Why would you even do that? It's so stupid.
And I would ever say that I want to put this out here that I am not saying that he has or done something like that before himself. The dude may be really, really super awesome at video games, but it blows my mind some of the stuff that I see him do on highlights to where I'm like, there's no way. Like, has he done it before himself and just not been caught? Maybe he's better at not getting caught. I'm not saying he did, and I'm not, I don't want to accuse anybody because I don't know. I don't know the guy. But it's amazing some of the stuff that I see. I'm just blown away by. But if you knew, you protect yourself. It's sort of like Texas and their law against charging people with murder who didn't even murder somebody. Like, if I saw Spider shoot somebody and I don't report that, I get charged with murder because I didn't report it. Same thing. If he knew that's what was going on and he didn't stop playing, he could exit out of the game immediately. He could apologize to anybody and be like, sorry, I was doing that with a hacker. But he didn't. So ban his ass and get him out of there. Now, what's next? He went to, I think, Rainbow Six is what I've been seeing everybody teaching him how to play. So,
why does a guy like him need to learn how to play that game?
Oh, so coming
break.
from a person who's generally pretty good at video games and then went and played some Rainbow Six Siege, you need somebody to teach you that goddamn game. I can't tell you.
Maybe that's why I suck at it then. Nobody
I can't tell
taught
you
me.
how many times, like, I haven't even played that much. Just like we're getting set up and I'm set up. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to walk across this window and I'm dead. Somebody just like, oh, I'm just going to shoot through that window because, well, people, dumbasses walk past that.
They haven't taught you how to walk around and lean at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But I agree. I think the ban suits it. It should. And why nobody else would want to do something about it? You said it was PUBG actually banned him, yeah. Good for them.
You guys know my stance on banning people and reporting people and getting them in trouble. I think if you're a cheater or if you're a toxic piece of shit, just ban them and get them out of the game.
There you go.
Don't want you. Get them out of
Spider's
here.
ever been offered a job.
Well, speaking of toxic pieces of shit, this is a segue. No, Twitch Prime. No, Twitch Prime. If you guys don't know, it's not a toxic piece of shit. Sorry, I was just kidding. It's Prime Day is coming up very soon, and so every day for this month, if you have Twitch Prime, which hopefully if you have Amazon Prime, you have got Twitch Prime. They're giving away a free game every day of the month. All you got to do is go to Twitch, click on the little crown at the top of your screen, add it to your account. You don't have to download it or anything like that. So if you've got your account, your Amazon account linked, and you have Prime, the games aren't super. They're usually indie type stuff, but 30 free games is 30 free games. Do what now?
So the game that was offered on the very first day 100% a game worth grabbing. If you guys didn't grab it, I feel sorry for you. Pillars of Eternity, and it's the complete edition with both both sets of downloadable content. Get that, play that, great game. And then they also have not the second Pillars of Eternity, but another game released by the same company just a year ago. Tyranny is going to be free for you to download, which is similar setup to Pillars of Eternity, except only 4-man party, and you play the bad guys, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's going to be free, and you should definitely pick that up too. I would consider those two pretty damn close to AAA titles that you can pick up from that.
There you go, guys. Get your shit together. Link your accounts.
I forget what day that was.
There is a calendar. If you go on the Twitch Prime Games thing, they have a calendar of the releases. I don't have it.
So I already missed this badass game you were talking about?
Yeah, I might have a copy of it, though, from Humble Bundle or something like that I might be able to send you. So.
Oh, I do have. It is. Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, the picture that you had in there is too hard to read down there.
Yeah.
I will say the only issue I have with the Twitch Prime free games, why do I have to download another goddamn launcher? I don't want a Twitch app on my computer. Like, I don't want Twitch,
really small.
And then Origin and then Steam and then the Ubisoft one. Like, I don't want to have that many launchers.
In their defense, and I agree, I'm with you there. I get tired of every platform having to have its own app or whatever.
I can't keep up with that shit.
But it's really small. I don't use it. Quit laughing. That's not what's really small. I never get to use it. It's really little, and she laughs at it. It's the Twitch app.
It's my pork sword.
3 inches of pink steel, baby.
The second pork sword we've talked about tonight. But the Twitch app, it at least they tried to make it their own Discord. They added like servers for people that have streams and whatnot, and you can do everything that you can on the front page of Twitch or on your dashboard. It's basically like their website and an app plus a game launcher. So it does serve a function other than the games. At least there's that. There is an integrated server function very similar to Discord. I just don't think it ever took off. I think they bought Curse.
Okay, the Curse voice app.
Yeah, and they implemented that into it. So it's more than just a video game launcher. But yeah, that too.
Okay. So
wrapping things up, EA Games is continuing to struggle. Battlefront 2 just can't catch a break. Apparently, Emperor Palpatine was removed from the game entirely.
What I have to say to that is that's some armchair programmer bullshit. Is all I have to like. Coming from playing a lot of MOBAs and things like that, on occasion it happens where they go to fix a bug and something doesn't interact the way they thought it was going to interact, and it breaks someone, and then they just turn that character off until they can fix the problem. And I think that's unfathomably better than leaving a broken character in the game.
This is the second time that it's been taken out.
I played League of Legends, and League of Legends had, I can't think of which character it was, but I would say within a month they were disabled 2 or 3 times just because they couldn't get the interactions to work the way they were supposed to when they updated.
And I get that, but I don't think I think that they're. So what are you saying, that they should take him out?
Yeah, absolutely. They should take him out instead of leaving him in while he's broken. I think it's just maybe people nitpicking at a game they want to nitpick at a little bit.
Maybe, but do you really think they're going to work hard to put him back in at this point? Look at all they've pretty much left this game laying out to die, from what I understand.
Maybe he's just not historically accurate.
There were no girls in Star Wars. There were no Palpatines at this time.
I guess I'm missing out a little bit on the history of what's gone on with the game because I just chose not to follow it from the get-go.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with it. As an isolated incident, I think people maybe would be making too much of a big deal about them taking a character who's not working right out for a little bit.
I guess what happened the first time was he has a special move where he can shoot fire or lightning out of his hands, just lightning attack or whatever, and it was so strong that it was killing people through walls.
Okay.
And they took him out for a while. They were able to fix the problem, and they put him back in. Well, I guess they patched the game recently, and guess what? He's killing people through walls again. So they just hit the kill switch on him and pulled him back out. Now in
Now is this AI, or do you control this? Right?
No, you control him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How many people got banned for cheating?
Now in Battlefront, in the original new series of Battlefront, I don't want any tryhards up here talking about, but it's not the first Battlefront. But in the first Battlefront that EA did not long ago, apparently Lando Calrissian had a special move that did splash damage, and it was so severe that no matter where he shot it, it was such a massive damage that it would actually kill him too. So they ended up taking him out of the game. So it's just kind of a they're real sloppy with this game, and I feel like they're being real sloppy with the game because they didn't get what they wanted, and their budget's been cut.
If maybe it's not as simple as whoever was working on the update accidentally grabbed an old file with the old Emperor Palpatine, and that's what went live. You know what I mean?
Could be, but they couldn't fix it, so they decided to pull him out until they can fix it. You know what I mean? So if that was the case, you'd think that would be a simple fix.
Does that still fall into how Xbox does their, or Xbox and PlayStation? I'm not sure with PlayStation as much how they do their patching process,
the approvals and whatnot.
The approvals and everything. It's like they don't know that's going to happen, and it goes live, and it happens, and it's just, well, shit, we can push a little patch that disables him, but we still have to wait for the full.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they can push pretty much whatever they want into the game now. So
okay.
But I could be wrong, so who knows?
Just benefit of the doubt, I guess, playing devil's advocate here.
So here's one for you guys. Battlefield 5 is what era? World War II?
Yes.
Okay. So they're coming back with a spotting system in Battlefield 5. Did Battlefield 1 have a spotting system at all?
I think Battlefield 1 spotting system was the same as the rest of the Battlefields.
Okay.
Spam your spot button to put triangles over people's heads, I'm pretty sure.
Well, apparently...
It was supposed to be gone out of this one, and I was excited about
it's gone. It's gone. In terms that you don't get to spot anybody, because game's going to do it for you. It's automatically spotting people.
Didn't do their research.
Talking about me?
I'm talking about you, man.
Okay.
So, that was a bug. They came out and...
Okay, go ahead.
They came out and there was an official from Battlefield that said, hey, that's a bug in the beta, we're fixing it. The way the spotting's supposed to work is you have soft spotting and hard spotting. So like you'll get the triangle tag if you do a certain set of, I don't know, you have certain equipment. Certain equipment will give you the 3D spotting tag. Regularly, you press your spot button and it'll put a marker where you placed it for everyone to see, but it's just a last known location of whatever you pick. So you throw it on a rock as there's a dude by that rock, but that just means there's a guy, or there was a guy around that rock when you pressed it. He could go anywhere and it wouldn't track him.
Okay. Well, see, it kind of makes sense, but I was pretty sure. First of all, that could be the case because I read the article yesterday.
There was an update to the video.
When I went to find it today, I could only find the video, but I couldn't find the article anymore. And in the article, I was pretty sure that they said that they thought that it was a bug, but they were told that the bug had been fixed. So this is actually the way the game was behaving the way it was supposed to. But I couldn't find that article today.
Yeah, they added a little extra thing. So I found the video on YouTube, not just through IGN. Down under in the description for the video, it said, "Hey, EA, or who is it, DICE, contacted us and was like, hey, that's a bug. That's not the way it's supposed to be working. We're working on fixing it. Blah blah blah. It's a beta." Kind of sort of thing.
Well, I did do my homework. It's just that the article disappeared from yesterday, probably after that came out.
I can squash this. It's not historically accurate.
Yeah, red dots didn't appear over people's head in World War II.
Yes. Ever.
Unless a woman did it.
There is a spotting thing that sounds like it's going to be broken in the game and needs addressed. Apparently, there's flare guns with the scout kit So you launch your flare up in the air, and a parachute pops out from it. And once the parachute pops out, it triangle spots everything in a 20-meter radius around it, and they show up on their mini map and just with the triangles on your HUD while you're running around. There's no way to counter it. You just have to deal with that happening, and it can get replenished by ammo kits.
So just like the last one, but the only thing with the last one was it was only on your mini map, like in that general area when you shot a flare.
Yeah,
but it didn't hang in the air.
Yeah, it hangs in the air and drifts down. When it hits the ground, it has a shorter radius, but nonetheless, it still marks people for you.
That's dumb.
And I have a problem with that.
I guess it's okay in theory, but
I can just sit behind you with my supply kit and keep throwing it on the ground.
Right,
We know
that's
where
the
everybody's
problem.
at.
Yep. But outside of that, the only way to 3D tag people with triangles is specifically spotter goggles with the scout kit. You don't get to do it with a sniper scope or anything, or if you 100% suppress someone with a weapon, will they get a 3D tag with a triangle?
At least that's what they're going for once they get it
At
fixed.
least that's what they're going for once they get it fixed. That's the goal.
Fair enough. All right, guys, we're pushing up on 2 hours here. And I know Nugget's got a news story, right? Not ready for it yet.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you got one? Okay, just making sure. All right, well, there is one last thing I wanted to cover. And I guess before I do, Blue Spider, did you have any news that you wanted to talk about?
There's a new hero for Overwatch coming out soon. His name's Wrecking Ball. He's a hamster named Hammond inside of an escape hatch, like an escape pod.
Like a wrecking ball.
He looks significantly like a destroyer droid. He deploys legs and walks around with 2 giant Gatling guns on each arm, and then can fold up into a ball and roll around and fuck shit up.
Kind of badass.
It's very badass.
I used to love playing those in the old Battlefront too.
Yeah, he has a grappling hook that uses momentum. You can grab onto different objects and swing around really fast. You deal damage when you smash into things. He sounds like a ton of fun. I don't really have. I got a new band that you guys might want to check out. Michael Rout. It's kind of 70s, almost Beatles-ish music. It's pretty cool.
Spell it.
Michael and Rault.
What was that band that you were playing the other night? Greta.
Greta Van Fleet.
That shit was good.
And I was also playing a little Tame Impala for you, I think, which is it's a kind of 60s psychedelic rock thing that it had going on.
Word.
Other than that, did you see we had NASA decommissioned a satellite up there that quit working? The Kepler that was taking pictures of planets?
No.
It's been up there for 9 years, found almost 3,000 exoplanets because that was its job. It had some mechanical failures, lost some wheels that stabilized the cameras, so they had to start using the thrusters to stabilize the camera for pictures, and it ran out of gas. So.
But now it's just orbiting someplace.
Yep.
Eventually.
Maybe
Nice.
somebody will save it with the Space Force.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Isle of Dogs, the movie
Space Force
comes
for
out
life.
next week. I don't know if you guys are Wes Anderson fans. I think it's totally worth a watch. But
Isle of Dogs?
Isle of Dogs, it's
Who the
a
fuck is
claymation.
Wes Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Wes
saw that.
Anderson, man, Royal Tenenbaums, Bottle Rocket,
Oh,
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
claymation. Dogs get sent to an island because they're sick, and the Emperor of Japan doesn't want them around anymore, and this kid goes to save them.
Oh no, I've heard about this.
And they save the kid, right?
And they turn around and save the kid. This
This is
it is
supposed
a
to be
good
like a
movie for-
tearjerker, right?
a little bit. It's a really legitimate movie.
I forgot all about it. I'll have to remember
Yeah,
that.
I've heard about
Yeah, it
that.
comes out on Blu-ray next week. I'm gonna be buying it. I saw it in the theaters. I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan, though. They always have some big names. I think Bill Murray's in it. He does voice acting. Edward Norton does some voice acting. One of the Owen brothers is probably definitely in it and does some acting. Totally worth a watch. It's appropriate for all ages. It's PG-13, but I think it's a good family flick.
Awesome. The Yankees wanted to point out on the EA front, Madden 19's coming to the PC. It's the first one to be on the PC in like 11 years. I don't care what you say, Nugget. I'm still kind of excited about it in my pants.
Oh, I know. I just know I've marked it in your chat that you wouldn't be getting it.
I'm not. I'm totally not.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I mean,
don't remember what number
might just
it was,
show
but
up
I'll
in my.
find it.
It might just show up in my Origins library or something.
Westman not buying a football game?
Yeah. I've already won this. I won it as soon as he opened his mouth.
I pass up on
Easily.
football. I pass up on football games all the time. I pass up on Canadian football. I pass up on Football Manager. I pass up on Axis
Football
Football.
Americana.
All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with a news story that I found kind of funny. There's two. It's kind of two pronged. And I want to start off with the fact that it's got to do with a toilet. So how bad can it be? All right, so Kohler gave everybody what the world wanted when it put out its multifunctional toilet. It's a smart toilet called Numi. It's got voice services. It's got it's kind of square. It looks like a computer sitting behind a trash can, but it's a smart toilet. It's the world's first smart toilet. And it's got Alexa integration in case you want to be like, hey Alexa, I ran out of toilet paper, whatever. But here's the thing, okay? Now that we have smartphones, we have smartwatches, we have smart headsets, we have smart vape sticks that can tell you all kinds of information. Now you've got a toilet that does everything that your phone does that you want it to do when you take it to the toilet to look at shit, right? Now, Todd Howard from Bethesda the other day was kind of making light at the fact that people are bitching about a new release of Skyrim here and a new release of Skyrim there. They've remastered it. They've put it on this platform. They've put it on that platform. And he basically just flat out said, look, this game is like 7 years old. Millions of people still buy it every year. When we put it on a new platform, it's because they've asked for it to be on that platform. And they buy it. He literally said, if you don't want us to keep making it, then quit buying it. Makes sense, right? It's kind of a cocky way of saying it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So now you guys have both seen the commercial where the joke where they put Alexa on, or they put Skyrim on Alexa, right? They ported Skyrim into Alexa. So
no.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you've got the Amazon, whatever their little things are called, and you'd be like, hey Alexa, play Skyrim. And you can literally have a text-based, well, hold on. It was a joke that they played during the Super Bowl where some actor was playing Skyrim with Alexa, just basically talking back and forth. Like, it would basically describe your role. You did this, you're walking down this, this happens, and you hit for this much damage, and then you tell Alexa what to do, and she tells you, oh, you hit for that much damage, or you healed for this, or whatever. And everybody thought it was hilarious because it was just a big joke. I think did that come out in Super Bowl commercial, or it was E3 maybe? I don't remember.
I've never seen this.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, you need to watch it. Yeah. Anyway, the point being was that they have now accidentally, everybody bitches about Skyrim is on every goddamn platform that there is known to man. It's been released on the Xbox 360, PS3. Okay, it was at E3, Yankee says. It's on the Xbox One. It's on the PS4. It's on the PC. Both the Xbox One and the PS4 both have special editions. The PC has a special edition. They put it on the Wii U, I think. They put it on the Switch.
Trying your phone, right? Isn't that supposed to be on the phone?
It's there's something.
Version.
It's
There's
not,
some
it's not
version of it.
Skyrim.
coming.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
Skyrim, but
But they're talking about like, goddamn, they're still remaking Skyrim after all this time. Well, they have now accidentally ported Skyrim to a toilet. Because you can literally go sit on the toilet and play Skyrim with Alexa now. So, good job, Bethesda.
Oh my god!
Literally, it's a thing. Because
let's get bidets in everyone's houses before we worry about people playing Skyrim while they're pooping through their toilet.
Crit hit.
Oh,
just
Jesus.
you rip a huge one and it's like, we don't understand that command.
Yeah.
All right, Nugget, get us out of here with some funky ass news of the weird.
Weird, wacky news of the week. So yeah, this might not be of the week, but it just caught my eye, and I've noticed that I'm trending here. But anyways, what would you guys do? What would be worth it for you guys to go to prison for 50 years?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. So nothing. All right. So Texas man sentenced to 50 years for thefting. He stole, and this is going with the trend of everything I've talked about every week, I believe, $1.2 million worth of fajitas.
What the fuck?
50 years in prison. He stole $1.2 million worth of fajitas.
How did this theft occur? Was it over time or all at once?
Yeah.
Over time. Over
Consumption?
A 9-year span.
From where?
Mr. Gilberto Escamilla. He was employed at a juvenile detention center and would place orders for fajitas using county funds and selling them for his own profit.
Selling them to the damn inmates. That's awesome.
Oh man.
50 years in prison.
Well, that's because it's like embezzlement or some shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a white collar crime right there.
He was served a $10,000 fine. On top of, he will have to pay back $1.2 million.
The fajita bandit strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
Employees immediately thought delivery to suspicious as minors at the detention center are not served fajitas. But there's some quick learners there. 9 years. And they thought it was weird. They never fed anybody a fajita.
Jeez. It'd be a shame if, like, somebody where we worked stole stuff for a really long time and we didn't know.
Yeah. But
anyway,
if you all get to read this, just read it through. I don't want to read the whole thing.
Post a link in the chat.
It's just pretty funny. Like, one of the things, after being fired and arrested, his house was searched by police who found packages of fajitas in his refrigerator.
Oh no.
Where did these fajitas
go ahead and
come
post the
from?
link in the chat for that, man.
What was it, a restaurant, or like was he getting?
Let me scroll down because I didn't get to see it all because I sort of just stumbled upon it. I changed my mind on what the story was going to be.
I just want to know if he's like a waiter on the weighing these fajitas or something, like, or is he just getting grocery store frozen fajitas?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say where they were coming from. Yeah, you let me know if they found fajita wrappers in his house, but yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, it says, oh man, fajitas. I don't even think I could even comprehend wanting to go to prison for.
I just wonder if he saved any of that money. I mean, at least he'd have something to. There's no way that guy's gonna do 50 years, but goddamn, that's messed up. Yeah, somebody. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Woo.
Damn, I guess he could have got 99 years. The article went in there and said, but he took a plea deal. He took a plea deal for the 50.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
What was you gonna say, Wes? What
I just have lots of thoughts on things that we're not gonna get into here. Bliss wanted me to Bliss, it's completely inappropriate, but Bliss wanted me to let you know he got that #1 spot from you. Anyway.
Oh, nice. Go to hell, Blitz.
All right, guys. Anybody got anything else? You got anything else before we go?
Nope, I'm good. Might watch some more movies for you guys to talk about.
Hell yeah.
Any recommendations anybody's wanting to see or see again?
Look up Vanessa Del Rio.
On some sci-fi fest. I want to see Interstellar, which I haven't. I want to watch Arrival, which I haven't, and I want to watch the new Blade Runner, which I haven't. So
when you said that, I was actually
all
gonna
of them
watch
good.
the old Blade Runner.
I have to watch the old Blade Runner first, so I've got this huge list of movies that I'm going to be working on, so hopefully I can get at least one of them watched before the next time we meet.
All
Awesome.
those movies, very good. I think you'll enjoy them all.
All right. Well, Swiss Spotter, I appreciate you stepping in and being a special guest tonight. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm sure Nugget did too.
I had a blast. I do it whenever you want me to.
Awesome. Nugget, as always, thanks for being here. Guys in the chat, thanks for listening. We'll get this up on iTunes and Spotify and all those other places, plus Anchor here in just a little while. And YouTube as well. Anyway, we will be back Tuesday. I think we're still doing Tuesdays around 10:30 p.m. So seems to be the sweet spot. And yeah, if you guys got anything else or don't have anything else, I guess we're done. We done?
Done. Later, guys.
Bye, chat.
Name change.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Spider,
we talked about the name change.
Oh, he got it. He signed out for us right there.
What do you do?
Just give it a little side quest.
Yeah.